Hi, Happy New Year. It is now 2012, and actually, it is almost 2 a.m. here in Japan. So I've had 2 hours of the new year so far already, and I'm really looking forward to having a better year than the last couple. So 2010 was when the school I worked at for 18 and a half years was closed, and my entire existence was radically changed in Japan. It was really a big difference, um, from not being able to see the same people I really enjoyed spending time with day in and day out, week after week, month after month, um, not socializing as much with my circle of friends and acquaintances because the place where I work now is pretty far from Albadai, and it's not that easy to organize things with the kind of schedule I have, having Sundays off and Mondays off. Sundays are the best day to meet people, but a lot of people, they do stuff Friday nights and Saturdays, and on Sundays they want to stay home or relax. And plus, Sundays are relatively crowded. Mondays are my other day off, but most people I know are working, or if they're younger in university or whatever, they have school, so I can't, hang out with people as easily as I could before. I could just go out after work or on a Saturday night because they all lived around that area. And then 2011, the tsunami, the earthquake, and a couple hectic months after that. I really don't feel any hardship, came to me because of that situation. The people in Tohoku area, Miyagi area, in the tsunami area, they lost their homes, they lost their families and loved ones, they lost their jobs, everything, all of their infrastructure. Um, so many thousands, tens of thousands are still in temporary housing. And now winter is, kicking in. It's getting colder, and that's a much colder area than Yokohama is. So I really can't complain, um, not having toilet paper and milk and bread in stock at supermarkets for a couple weeks because of supply issues and distribution issues and just general panic shopping by people who totally overreacted in my area. But the years slowly improved after that, um, and I think a lot of people learned some good habits, and I hope some things are going to change for the better. But now it's 2012, and I'm looking forward to having a good year. I've got some plans I'm going to start implementing from tomorrow. I want to use my digital camera more, go out for long walks, and just find random things to take pictures of. I want to work out a cleaning schedule for my apartment. I don't know if you can tell behind me. Yeah, this little section you can see behind me is, you know, well, let me put it this way. When I had to sleep in the school Friday, March 11th, because all the trains were shut down. That was the day of the earthquake. And Saturday, the company decided to close the schools just to assess the situation in a lot of schools, and plus a lot of students weren't able to come to their lessons, or they just didn't want to come. It was just a bad weekend all around. And a lot of trains, still weren't running. So Saturday morning, I was finally able to get home and then have that Saturday off, which was unusual, and then have the Sunday and Monday off after. And all the way walking, from the station to my apartment, I was thinking, I have food, I have, necessities, I have, beverages and water and whatnot. I've always got like 8 or 10 liters of sports drinks and water, because I just want to be ready in case something happens. But on the way home, I was thinking, what if my, flat screen TV fell over? What if my flat screen monitor fell over? What if um, there was a gas leak and my apartment was on fire? I just had all these worst case scenarios going through my head, although I didn't see any damage at all in Nakayama, structural damage, nothing at all. In Yokohama, barely anything, just one department store was kind of raised up about 2 or 3 feet, like a square around the department store. That whole block just went up, or maybe the rest of Japan went down. And that's pretty much all I saw. A couple, cracks in the sidewalk here and there. And when I got back home and I opened my apartment door and I looked in and I saw all these things on the floor, this huge mess everywhere. And I thought, great, nothing fell down because it was all there when I went to work Friday morning, because my place is just always a mess. And I think that's something I want to get sorted out for the new year as well. Just have a better system. And I've got a lot of stuff. It's not easy to throw things away in Japan. I've still got my old 20-inch TV because it's, I don't have a car, so I can't take it to any, recycling center. And you have to call and have the government or have a garbage collection agency send a vehicle to come and pick up your large trash like that. I've got an old broken heater / air conditioner. It's not really an air conditioner, but it does something in the summer. And a few other larger things like that I just, have stuck in my apartment eating up space. I'd like to throw them away. A lot of clothes I never wear. Just generally I want to get some big garbage bags and throw out a lot of stuff that I don't need and that I never use, and just, free up some space. I've got this black table behind me here. I can't really show it to you now, but it folds out into an oval shape, and I never use it. I don't really need a dining table, but I thought I could probably move that into the living room area and use it in some way. Like when I eat dinner, I'm in the living room watching TV, so it might be better to actually sit at a table and watch TV and do that, and just have more of a, I don't know, upright. I'm a bit of a sprawler, and it's not hard to do that in Japan because a lot of things are on the ground, cushions and low tables and things like that. But I'd rather, sit up a little higher. So I might move that, and that'll change the dynamics in my kitchen a bit. And this is all rambly and boring, and I apologize. But just little things. I think, now it's January 1st. So I would like to set my alarm and wake up a few hours earlier than I have been so far this holiday. 3 days have gone by, and I've just been kind of catching up on sleep and just rejuvenating and regenerating and re-energizing myself. And I think that I'd like to get up a bit earlier tomorrow. I've got a kind of to-do list in my head, so there's a few things I want to get done. And then in the afternoon, when it warms up a bit, go out for a walk, take some pictures. I think a lot of things are going to be closed tomorrow, but I might stop by the supermarket, possibly buy some chicken, have some shake and bake when I get home. Thanks, Mom, for the shake and bake. Yeah, but yeah, I think tomorrow is going to be a day to really set some concrete goals and decide what I want to do for 2012. So anyway, this is just a short video to say Happy New Year to everyone, and hopefully, family and friends will come across this. I'm not going to announce it or anything, but if you come across it, let other people know that they can see this video and see what I'm up to. And I'm probably going to use this web camera a lot more in 2012, at least weekly, possibly more than that, just updates, ramblings, rants, observations, and things like that. Anyway, I'm off. Happy New Year. And yes, good luck for 2012. Hope it's a good year for everyone. Ciao.